The ability to resurface your notes and ideas in the future is a key part of building a valuable knowledge base, because there's no point in accumulating knowledge if you can't find what you need when you need it. Tags are a specific type of metadata that you can add to your notes to describe them. But they're one of the best ways to make the notes in your knowledge management system useful and findable. Tags are much more powerful than folders because you can add as many as you want to a single note, whereas a note can only ever be in a single folder. Tags are also easier because you just have to type them. With folders, it's different. You have to move the note into the folder to associate those two together. The tags can actually be part of the content of your note. The way you should think of tags is as additional pathways leading to your notes, breadcrumbs. The main question that you need to ask yourself when tagging notes is, how will I find this in the future when I need it? Don't look for the perfect tag. Instead, add as many relevant keywords as you can think of. You don't have to be exhaustive, it doesn't matter, but try to think of the different cases and the different topics that a specific note relates to. Don't worry either about using different tags for the same concepts. Of course, you should try to reuse your existing tags whenever possible, but again, it's impossible to be consistent all the time. Although AI is making things easier and easier over time, I'm now using AI to help me tag my notes. And since it knows about my existing tags, it reuses the right ones in the correct context. Also, don't forget that you can use tags for different purposes. You can add different types of tags to the notes in your knowledge base, and you can combine those as well. So I mentioned different types, such as taxonomy tags, listing all the topics a note belongs to, type tags, which help identify the type of note that you are looking at. For example, a project note, meeting minutes, a recipe, a quote, etc. Status tags, which convey information about the current state of a note. So for instance, it's a draft, it's final, it's to do, it's planned, it's in progress, it's in research, etc. Status tags are great because they can describe your notes in various dimensions, such as progress, stability, freshness. You can also use action tags describing what should happen next with a specific note. So for instance, finish, review, summarize, share, publish, etc. So actions. Last but not least, I find it useful to associate certain notes with what I call concept tags. Those help me clearly identify first principles in different domains. And that's nice because those are foundational notes that I can connect to in different pieces. Combining different types of tags is a great way to add more context and meta information to a note. Context is not only useful to find those notes back, but also to get yourself back into the flow of that specific note, understanding what it is, what it's about, what to do next, etc. This is way more powerful and versatile than rigid folders. Another thing to consider is that tags can be used to query and leverage your notes in various ways. I mentioned search earlier, but actually you can also rely on metadata and tags to create specific project dashboards where you can see all the related content and the overall status at a glance. I do this with my books, with my YouTube videos, and other things. Don't forget that you can nest tags together. So you can have, for instance, a status parent tag and an in-progress subtag. So you would tag one specific note, which is in progress, with status/in progress, or type/meeting, or topic/PKM, etc. Make sure to make it a habit to tag new notes that you create. For instance, when you extract ideas from daily notes into separate notes. You don't want to lose those in your knowledge base. And if you don't tag those, then you are preventing yourself from using those different pathways to get back to those. Keep in mind that consistency is key. So try to reuse the tags that you have. Make sure that you always respect the same naming conventions for all of those. You can put those in lowercase or all in uppercase, separate words using underscores, use the singular or plural form, etc. What matters is really trying to stay consistent. One thing to mention is to avoid using spaces inside of tag names, because those will clearly hinder the way you can query your notes. Also, try to avoid mixing uppercase and lowercase, or you will also face limitations with tools. So some tools are case sensitive, some are not. Lastly, also avoid punctuation and special characters, again, because of limitations for search and other use cases. My preference is to use all lowercase tags. I separate words using underscores, and I always try to use the plural form. In Obsidian, there's a very useful plugin that's called Tag Wrangler that you can use to easily rename or reorganize tags. Don't become too obsessed with tags either. So you will make mistakes, and that's okay. Just make it a habit to fix the incorrect tags that you stumble upon when exploring nodes. And last but not least, don't fall into the trap of thinking that tagging is an either-or proposal. Instead, combine tagging with other means of connecting ideas, such as links and backlinks, folders, and maps of content. By combining these approaches, your knowledge graph will be much more useful, and there will be additional pathways that you can use to find your nodes back and more opportunities to reuse those later on.